And good morning, and thank you for coming. So, as Pete was saying, I am the director of the Gibraltar Stock Exchange Group, marketing director, but that's not why I'm here, and that's not why I'm on the platform to talk to you, because there's another initiative that we want to create, but we're actually today, the next 10 minutes is really a call to arms, particularly for people and members within the Gibraltar community, many of you of whom are here, to ask for help. And let me just first of all explain the rationale behind what we're calling the Blockchain Innovation Centre. Let me just take a seat. So, look, we all know what's been happening to Gibraltar over the last 2 years in terms of evolution and its real positioning within the distributed ledger technology space. The work of the regulator, the government, and the private sector worldwide, particularly since the announcement of the discussion panels by the government back in 2015 and 16, has effectively put Gibraltar on the map. And if you take a snapshot of where we are today, I think all of us that have been around the world can really state with categoric confidence that, as it stands, Gibraltar is one of a handful of jurisdictions that are on the map in terms of what we're doing in the blockchain space. And in fact, many people now believe that our first mover advantage could have the potential to create Gibraltar as the leading crypto economy in the world. But wonderful opportunity, and many of you here have come from around the world to learn a lot more. The concept of being flexible, open-minded to the new digital era, but yet we're all here to introduce best practices and protect consumers and to drive this industry forward. But that presents challenges. And what are the challenges? Well, the challenges are really execution. We have a challenge here for the Gibraltar economy. We are small. We're 30 to 35,000 people. 7,000 people cross every day. But in terms of being able to translate the vision and the potential that we have to create a meaningful economy here for the crypto space means what? Well, it means two things in our mind. One being education, and rebalancing the workforce here, and the other is innovation and creating a vibrant, innovative hub within Gibraltar. So, we've been thinking internally how we can help within the Gibraltar Stock Exchange Group, and hence the Blockchain Innovation Centre is our initiative. So, what are we trying to do? It says it there, but it's really to create a partnership between the public sector, the private sector, within Gibraltar and externally, but to create a workforce in Gibraltar for the new digital era. And that means entrepreneurs. Obviously there's lots of people now wanting to take the risk and leave their jobs and actually embrace the blockchain revolution and come up with ideas and creativity and to create wealth and to create jobs here in Gibraltar and overseas. We want to encourage that here, but provide a support network to enable them to do that. I don't think currently that much exists, and that's what we want to help drive forward. But it's also, not just being Gibraltar-centric, because that's not really the philosophy of the blockchain movement, but to create Gibraltar as being a hub and a spoke for continuing global community development. So they're the three tenets of the BIC that I'm wanting to introduce. We want to first educate, and we want to inspire, and we want to connect. And those three elements I just want to briefly touch upon a little bit in the following three slides. But education, inspiration, and connection. And so what do we mean? Well, first of all, as I say, look at, we want to bring a lot of people within the community here that are currently haven't been touched by the blockchain. I think particular note to me is are the youngsters. I've got 2 teenage kids, and honestly, they have no clue about what's going to be hitting them over the next 5 to 10 years in terms of the applications and the implications of the blockchain revolution. Schools, universities, I think we could do a lot more to create education programs to actually bring down the average age of conference participants. Especially for school kids. So we want to bridge that knowledge gap and be a catalyst for looking at people who are wanting to become innovators, want to become entrepreneurs, but also programming. Programming and technologists is a huge skills shortage globally, and we need to address that. And we need to address that here, particularly for those companies that are coming from all over the world to establish their businesses and to take their businesses forward, to raise capital, to raise funding, to place their ICOs here. That requires a number of skill sets, but technology and programming being one of them. But also, as I say, the age divide is very important. So education, so we want to be looking at creating education programs here. So inspiration as well, so to create, as I said, to create that support network for those within Gibraltar and and across the border, but globally, to be able to come here and to to be able to kickstart their businesses. What does that mean? Well, it means having a network here at the BIC to select, to guide, to mentor, to fund, and to bring all those to bring all those things together to help new businesses and to encourage people to take that step and to take that bold step to to create opportunities and wealth for themselves. And remember, always don't lose sight of the fact that we within the Gibraltar's jurisdiction have a wonderful opportunity to take that and embrace that first mover advantage. But within Gibraltar, again, the sort of people I've met today come from Canada, North America, South America, China, Hong Kong, Japan, Australia. You're all here, and that is that network that I want to again plug Gibraltar and the people within Gibraltar to a wider network and to embrace the global philosophy. So, what are we looking to do specifically? So in terms of like a timeline, here's the plan. And it is a plan, it is a vision, and again, very much like what we're trying to do in Gibraltar, the BIC, Blockchain Innovation Centre, is very similar. We have the vision, we need to execute. So what does that mean? Well, at the moment, I'm wanting to work with partners here to actually refine the concept of the BIC. My ideas are firstly, innovation, secondly, education. Is there anything more we can do? Is that too much? But by the second quarter of this year, I want to be physically assembling that community here within Gibraltar and overseas. And not only sort of reviewing and announcing some educational programs here, both formally and something perhaps more ambitious with universities here in Gibraltar and overseas, particularly in the United Kingdom and over in Asia. Sort of having dedicated education programs here for across the divide, across entrepreneurs, youngsters, old people like myself, getting them up to speed. And also the innovation hub. What do we need to do practically to help people here and across the world to come to Gibraltar and kickstart their businesses? Other people are doing it, we should be too. And second half, 2018, we want to go. We want to launch. We want to launch the education program, and by the fourth quarter 2018, I want that first cohort of startups here and beginning their businesses. That is the vision, and that's the plan, and I want to execute. Please help me. At the moment, the BIC, it was very much a Gibraltar Stock Exchange centric, but I want that to change. We're looking just to be a catalyst. We're not looking to take the lead, but to be actively involved. So we have the network established here within our own group from east to west. And at the moment, I'm opening up our book to the community here. We, the Stock Exchange Group, have created a number of membership and partnership programs. We want to do more, and we will be announcing more, and that will be available to the entire community. We're speaking to the Hyperledger, the Enterprise Ethereum Alliance, and Linux, and they're very open to the idea for more partnerships and to be working with us. And these, as I say, will be open to the BIC members. And this is the last page. And it's pretty much a blank page, and that's deliberately so. What do I need? What do I want? How can you help me? Firstly, I need Gibraltar partners to help on that vision. And secondly, I want international collaboration. And that pretty much is it at the moment. But we want to move fast, and please help me. And if you can, that's how you can contact me. So my name is Philip Young, Gibraltar Stock Exchange. Thank you for your time. I appreciate it. Thanks, sir.